6:30 a.m. Reggie wakes up, stretches 8 limbs, coffee, seaweed salad. 7 o'clock, tie on, out the door. Jogging in the crisp morning air, the usual stairs, the usual shrugs. 8:30, Mutual of Omaha Insurance Company, claims adjuster. Out of the box thinker, they say. If only they knew. 12 o'clock, lunch break. Pigeons in the park, extra breadcrumbs today, a moment of peace. 5 o'clock, gym time. Swimming laps, feeling weightless, a break from the stairs. 7 o'clock, sushi for dinner. Netflix documentary on octopuses. Fascinating creatures, he muses. 9 o'clock, long bath. Bubbles, bath salts, contemplating the mysteries of the universe and why he can't get a date. 10 o'clock, bedtime. Dreams of inky escapes and underwater kingdoms. Tomorrow is another day. The following day dawns unremarkable, mirroring the countless ones preceding it. Reggie adheres to his usual routine, his life a well-rehearsed symphony of normalcy and subtle absurdities. However, an unsettling dissonance begins to creep into the rhythm of his day. A misplaced file, a spilled cup of coffee, a tie knotted just a tad too tight. Seemingly trivial occurrences, yet each one chips away at Reggie's carefully constructed facade of composure. The world seems to pulse with a newfound vibrancy, its colours too bright, its sounds too sharp. His co-workers' idle chatter, usually a background hum, now grates on his nerves. Their curious glances, once easily dismissed, now feel like invasive probes. Even the comforting routine of processing insurance claims loses its allure. Each document a baffling labyrinth of words and numbers. A casual inquiry about his weekend plans triggers an unexpected surge of anxiety. Reggie's carefully crafted response falters, his words tangling in his tentacles. Staring at his reflection in the mirror, Reggie is confronted with the stark reality of his existence. The 8 tentacles now seem grotesque, alien. He feels a profound sense of isolation, a chasm separating him from the rest of humanity. The day continues in a blur of fragmented moments and stifled panic. Reggie's once orderly world spirals into chaos, leaving him feeling adrift and overwhelmed. As he walks home that evening, the familiar streets seem unfamiliar. The faces of passers-by morph into grotesque caricatures. He arrives at his apartment, a sanctuary now tainted with unease. He collapses onto his bed, his tentacles trembling uncontrollably. The night brings no solace. Reggie tosses and turns, his mind a maelstrom of anxieties and fears. He questions his place in the world, his purpose, his very existence. The darkness amplifies his sense of isolation, leaving him feeling utterly alone. He knows that something has fundamentally shifted, that he can no longer ignore the growing cracks in his carefully constructed reality. A strange sensation washes over him. A tingling spreads through his tentacles, a sense of something ancient and powerful stirring within him. The walls of his apartment seem to pulse, the boundaries between reality and nightmare dissolving. He stumbles to the bathroom mirror, his reflection distorted and monstrous. His eyes glow with an otherworldly light. His tentacles writhe with newfound strength. A guttural growl rises from his throat, a primal sound that echoes through the empty apartment. The transformation is swift and irreversible. Reggie's body contorts and expands, his tentacles tearing through his clothes, his skin stretching and hardening. He bursts through the walls of his apartment, a colossal cephalopod towering over the city. The screams of terrified citizens fuel his rage. Their fear a perverse source of validation. He is no longer Reggie O'Brien, the unassuming insurance adjuster. He is something else entirely, something ancient and terrible. As the chaos unfolds, Reggie experiences a strange sense of liberation. The anxieties and insecurities that once plagued him are consumed by a primal rage. He's no longer bound by the constraints of human society, no longer forced to conform to its expectations. He's finally free to be himself, to embrace the monstrous power that has always lurked beneath the surface. Reggie's rampage continues unabated, his tentacles reaching towards the heavens, his roars echoing across the ravaged landscape. He has become a force of nature, a Lovecraftian horror unleashed upon the world. In the end, there is no resolution, no catharsis. Some see a monster, a harbinger of the apocalypse. Others see a victim, a soul pushed to the brink by the weight of existence. But perhaps Reggie is simply a reflection of ourselves, a distorted mirror held up to the darkness that lurks within us all. What we fear as monstrous may be the key to our freedom, waiting just beneath our skin.